Out the new little layout right here that Owen got me in the mod for TTS, which is pretty cool. Pretty excited to check it out. So enjoy. Just gonna be playing some Dorinthea against Ira, which is exciting. I've been looking to get this matchup for a while. Ira's pretty crazy, so. See what we can do. Okay. Just really setting up some stuff here. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so, same thing with Dorinthea. I just kind of want to be a little bit aggressive. I put Dauntlesses in here to try and combat Ira. So we'll see what happens here. See if we can make something happen. How do you guys like the new layout? Think it looks okay? So it looks like he's blocking for 3. Block 3. Asking. Yes. No reaction. Basically, we're just kind of okay. So he's just gonna let me get over here with take 1. He's gonna let me get over, which is an interesting thing. Okay. Um. Then we will probably, let's see, we got 1 floating, so I mean I can get another 4 in just for pitching. Maybe get this Dawn, but yeah, so I think I'm just gonna swing again for 1, and then maybe use Overpower. Save Overpower in my hand if I want to get that Dawn Blade counter. Gonna just block 3, I mean that seems pretty weak. Reaction. Block 3. Alright, well, let's see what's up. Pitch 3, play Overpower. +6, get some early damage. I mean, at this point, he's got to have like 2 reactions or whatnot, so he's just going to take 6. Okay. Counter on Dawn Blade. I'll pass my turn. Yeah, double sigil. That's cool. I'll trade that all day, though, to get a Dawn Blade counter. I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. I do lose the card in Arsenal, but, you know. I feel like I just had to take that chance. I mean, I think playing 1 red Overpower to get rid of 2 sigils, that's a pretty good turn, and I got a Dawn Blade counter to get it going, so I think that's a pretty good start. We'll see. Go again. No block. Take 5. Two with Kadachi. He's got 2 floating. He's gonna play something big on. So we could probably stop that last attack. I don't think, blocking 2 right here. I mean, it could be a bluff, but I think stopping the third attack's where it's at is gonna be something big. Like a drone. Could see a drone coming. Yeah, flying kick, so we'll block that. So that's 7. So we'll go 2, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it. We'll just block the whole thing there. Obviously forgot his unit counter, but that's alright. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 13 to 18. I mean, that was a pretty good turn, but I want to try to keep this Dawnblade counter going. So I got 2 routes in hand. This is going to be a tough turn. Biggest defense reaction he can play from hand is 4. So I think right now I'm playing Steel Blade Supremacy and Iron Song, and I'm going to break Courage of Bladehold. Because I need to apply pressure, and if I can keep that Dawnblade counter, I think that's pretty solid. And I'll be drawing cards off of Steel Blade Supremacy, so I think this is the play for sure. I think I go 4, 5, 6, 7 with Dominate. So if he really wants to stop it, he's got to block with the Breaking Scales and the Mask and a red Flick Flack. He doesn't know if I have a reaction in hand. He's got the red Flick Flack. And I think that's what we're going to. So block 4. Okay. Draw a card. Break the Breaking Scales to give it go again, so I'll draw a card. Another Steel Blade Supremacy. That's kind of unfortunate. So the 2 goes all turn. I could draw 2 more cards. I don't think it's a point to waste Steel Blade Supremacy, although it might be. Because then it'll have 3 plus 7. Or so 3 plus 4, 7 plus another 2 would be 9 with Dominate. And draw 2 cards. That gets me through my deck. So that's what I'm going to do. Although I could be saving this for next turn, but I think getting damaged through right here is the play. So that's what I'm going to do. 4, 8, 9, Dominate, draw 2 on hit. I mean, it might be a waste playing 2 Steel Blade Supremacies on 1 turn, but I don't know. I just feel like you have to race Ira. We already got 1 defense reaction out of his hand. He can defend with another combo. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Yeah, so this will defend for 3 plus 2 is 5, so he's going to take 4. I'll get a Dawnblade counter, and I'll draw 2. So I like that. Draw 2. Get a Dawnblade counter. I will probably Arsenal the Sigil. No reason to use Sigil right this second. think that was a pretty good turn. Got the upper hand on him. He's down to 2 cards, which for Ira, I mean, that doesn't really matter much, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if I can keep pounding in damage, I mean, that's a great turn too. Play a Dauntless, Warrior's Valor, swing. Yeah, I think that's a solid play. So I don't think I'm blocking much this turn, although this could get crazy. Or if it hits, gain a life. It's got go again. He's got no resources. 2 and go. He's got 2 resources, so he can. Boom. I'll take it. No block. Then I'll use my skull cap when it gets low. I'll probably block the second attack for 2. I react. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can block 2. Go to 8. I want to save my equipment. Just stop the 1 so I could do it one more time. Yeah, take 2. That way I'm stopping the attack. And yeah, I took some damage there, but I have a sigil and arsenal. And I stopped attacking. I'm going to go on a wide turn right here. So let's go. Gain a life then. I bumped him up 1. Alright. Pitcher 3. We're going to play Dauntless, Warrior's Valor. And then we're going to swing. He might just block with hand here, but the Dauntless might help. I think the Dauntless is a good play because it's going to strip a lot of resources out of his hand. So right now I'm swinging for 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 9, and I have 2 in hand. So that's pretty good, pretty threatening. 9 hits, gets go again. Nine's pretty juicy. So we'll see him dump his hand here. I mean, I have none floating, so if I glint, like, it has to get through because I have this in arsenal, which is a sigil. So I mean, it's kind of a bluff play, to be honest with you, but it's still going to take him a lot to block 9 with 1 defense reaction, cost him more. So all of his 0 defense reactions that Ira plays, you know, all 3 flick flex, all, you know, red, yellow, and blue, sink below, springboard, somersault, all that costs 1 right now, and he doesn't have a tunic counter. So it's basically stripping 2 cards out of his hand for maximum 4 block. So I think it's, yeah, so he's taking 6 right here. I have a reaction, which is glint the Quicksilver. So I'm going to draw 1. My attack gets go again. It's out for blood. I didn't really want to see that. But that is what it is. I wanted a blue there so that I could buff it with Brave Forge Bracers. Obviously I'm going to attack again. I really didn't even need to play that because I had Warrior's Valor, so that was kind of silly on my behalf. I should have pitched it, but it is what it is. I wasted a glint. So, I mean, I was kind of gambling there. That was really just a misplay on my behalf. It is what it is. I mean, that's 5, you know. It could have been 6. And I could have threatened a something else, but it is what it is. That's why you got to play more, you know, so you don't make little mistakes like this. Happens all the time. I don't want it to happen at all. All right, it's blocking 3. Block 3 takes 2. I mean, he's definitely on the back ropes here. Let me get 3 Dawn Blade counters. It just seems kind of crazy. I think Dauntless just kind of potentially may have ate his lunch there. So this hand's kind of tough. Sharpened Steel, Iron Song are free. Can't go too wide here. So I'm just blocking the first one because he's going to go Kadachi into whatever. And I don't want Master Trigger, so Command and Conquer. So here's actually a pretty dope play here. So I have this in Arsenal, so which is a Sigil of Solace. So I'm going to play that in response to him playing Command and Conquer, which is a pretty great play. Now I could take 7 if I want. Brings me down to 3. And then next turn I just kind of go off. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 7. And I'm really just threatening him here at this point. Yeah. So 3 Dawnblade counters, I mean, is just super threatening. So I'm going like this. Steel Blade, Sharpened Steel, Pitch and Steel Blade Supremacy, swinging for 9 off of 1 resource is pretty crazy. And now if he blocks from hand, which he's going to have to dump his hand, I can buff my attack by 6. So that's what, 15 damage? I mean, it's going to take his whole entire hand to block this. And all of his equipment. I mean, forget it. It's just going to be a big attack. I mean, if he wants to live. If it just gets over, it's game. Okay, block 6. So I'm going to go Iron Song response plus 3. He goes Flick Flack. So he's blocking 3. 3. So 9. I got 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. So he's got to have another defense reaction to live out for blood. And that should be game. Yeah. So we're gonna run it back. I mean, I kept toe to toe with Ira. He had a couple defense reactions, but nothing crazy. I think that Dauntless turn may have slowed him down. He may have just, I don't know, just not been playing it correctly. I mean, letting me get 3 Dawn Blade counters just seems like not the right thing to do. I don't know. Maybe it was going for more of like an aggro strategy there, I guess. All right, let's run it back. See what we can do. Just got to beat a 4. I'll go first. Being on the play against Ira, I think, is kind of huge. Just being able to maybe threaten some damage in the very beginning. Either that or being able to just set up an arsenal card. I mean, this is kind of a lot like our last start. So I don't really care about the Steel Blade Shunt. That's pitch. I want to pitch that for later down the game when potentially that could come in handy. You know, when your opponent gets down to 2 life, 1 life, you know, Steel Blade Shunt is your best friend. That's what you want to see late game. So I'm gonna start out by I'm gonna save the Dauntless for next turn. So I think I'm gonna pitch Steel Blade Shunt for 3 here. Play a Warrior's Valor. I like blue at the beginning of the game, but obviously you take what you can get. So I got 6. If it hits, I can go again. Okay, looks like he's just trying to block 6 here, which he is. I do have a stroke, which I can bump it by 1. Fix my next card, which just seems kind of silly. So I think I pretty much did my job of what I wanted to do there, and got rid of some. You know, an E-strike's pretty decent, so I'll just pass that note rather than burning some cards. We'll see if that's not the right play later on. We'll see. But we're saving that Dauntless Arsenal. Now we got a decent hand. Could play Spoils of War. We could really go for a wide, large turn. I could go. We'll see if he gets a card in Arsenal here. Alright, so he's going to Kodachi, do the Kodachi thing. No block. Really want to save my equipment early for that big swing. You know, on that second or third chain link, which is, you know, yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he's going to do here. No block. And it could be a pretty big one. So let's see what happens. Got 1. He might pitch another card. Pounding Gale. Pounding Gale is just for 5. 1 for 5 is pretty good. Ancestral makes it 6. If it's Razor, that makes it 8. So we'll just think it's 6. Snapdragons would make him get go again. No resources. So I think we just block for 6 here. No point. It does have combo, so we'll block for 7. So if he does have an Ancestral, that shuts it off. If he's got a Razor, he just pitches the card, Razors me, gets 1 over. And that's pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Nope. Couldn't get over. I might have stopped it, so we'll see. I think that's just the right play. You don't want him getting too crazy. You know what I mean? Because this thing right here buffs it. The breaking scales buffs any combo card if it just has combo by 1. Then Ancestral Empowerment is +1 and draw card, and then he would have gotten the mass trigger. So that's something you stop. because then he could have Snapdragon Scalers on the Pounding Gale, and that would have just been bad for us. So here we can just go crazy. He did Arsenal card, which might be a defense reaction. So I think what we're going to do is pop Courage. It might be kind of early, but I'm messing around with it. And I got a hand to kind of go a little wide right here. So we'll go Iron Song. We'll go Spoils of War. And we'll go a Dauntless out of Arsenal. And we'll pitch a stroke for it and have one floating. So that's, what? 1, 3, 6, 9 with Dominate and Go Again. It's pretty good. 9, Dominate, Go Again. Next defense reaction. Cost 1 more to play. So, blocks with a card from hand. Has to pitch with a card from hand to play his defense reaction, which will only maximum get him to 7, and I got 9. So if he wants to use his mask, great, use his mask, and I'm still threatening an attack reaction here, so I kind of like this play. And I have Go Again. Just going to swing away here. It would have been nice, maybe instead of Spoils of War, to have a Steelblade Supremacy. To refill the hand, that would be pretty gnarly, because I could have cracked Refraction Bolters, but at least we get to save Bolters later in the game. Going to defend with Life for 2. Probably a defense reaction out of Arsenal. Yep. Strips another card. And it's a Flick Flack blue. So that's good for us. So he's blocking 4. He's going to take 5 here. Block 4. Take 5. I could create coppers. I don't play cash in, so it doesn't matter to me. But what I could do here too is really push damage through, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Dauntless again and swing. This time's for 7 with Dominate. I mean, against the Ira deck, you really just wanna pound in damage. Block 5. So yeah, because I forgot about the combo thing. That's fine. Take 2. Get a Dawn Blade counter. He's left with 1 card in hand. Take that all day. You really just, I mean, I like the Dauntlesses here. Seems pretty good. I've been waiting to play this matchup forever, too. This is an interesting hand. I don't really care for this hand. 1, 2, he goes. So I'll block the second attack, I guess. I could just take 3. Just take 3 here. I need to save that equipment for when it matters. Can't really let him gain momentum. But I really need a blue in my hand to go off, so I could save the Iron Song Determination this turn. Pitch Singing Steelblade and just stroke. Yeah, I kind of like that. Because I want to set up a gnarly turn next turn. So I'm going to go Dawnblade for 4. I want to try to keep my Dawn Blade counters. I really need a blue to go off with Iron Song. Just a Manila 4 at the moment. One floating. Blocks with 2 cards from hand. That's pretty good. So now I can stroke over that. Get the stroke effect. Lets me draw a card. Then put a card from my hand back on top of my deck. Which I can pound damage in right here. Yeah, I think because I want to Arsenal the Determination. I'm going to put Stroke back on top. Leave him with 2 cards. Or do I want to break? No, I want to break the bolters on. Break the bolters on the Iron Song turn. So he's going to take 5. Take 5. Is that right? 6 plus 4 is 10. Take 4. Take 4. Yeah. That's cool with me. I'll keep my Dawn Blade. I'll get this for next turn. I know I'm going to have another reaction right here. And just, yeah, there we go. Got the Dauntless. Got the blue Iron Song response. Just don't have anything that's going to let me draw a card, so I don't know. But I like that hand. So this turn we're going to take some damage, and I hope it's not a Command and Conquer, because he can go 1, 2, and then probably like he could go Drone or Command and Conquer. Let's see if he's got. He just blocked with 1 Command and Conquer. He can't play another Enlightened Strike. So I'm thinking like Drone of Brutality or something. And do I want to block? If it's Command and Conquer, that sucks. And I'm just going to block here. Block 1. And hope it's not Command and Conquer. Yeah, no block. Because my thought process behind this is I'm going to take this if he uses his Tunic counter right here for a 2. Okay, or I just stopped it and he didn't have anything, which is really good for me. So now I'm just really going to go off right here. Let's do some math. So this stops 1 defense reaction, which I really need to strip his hand. And I kind of like stroke in this scenario. So we're going to go Dauntless. We're going to play Iron Song Determination. We're going to pitch Iron Song response for that. And then we're going to swing for 4, 5, 6 with Dominate. 1 floating. I like the Dauntless in this situation. Obviously, I need the weapon to connect. To break refraction bolters to get go again. I think I go for stroke to see if I can draw into a blue. Because if I draw into a blue and this connects, I can pitch. Oh, wow. Just take 6. That's interesting. Oh, man, he's taking 6. So no block. I think I just... Sure. I can't take 6 there. Yeah, no, you can't take 6 there. That ruins you. I'm gonna stroke to see if I draw into something. So he's blocking 2. I'm gonna stroke. Reprise trigger. Draw a card. Need a blue. It's a sigil. I think I'm sinking this. Yeah. Or I could pitch it and keep out for blood for next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Keep out for blood on top. So +3. So 6 is still coming through. Take 6. And I'm breaking these to pitch this to swing again. For 5 would dominate. I mean, you got to block with the mass. I guess you don't have to block a mass. You can go to 1. But, like, you have breaking scales. Why don't you use it? Block 3. Yep. Alright, so he blocks 3, takes 2. And I get a counter. I mean, this game's over. I can literally, like, just take a ton of damage next turn. Out for Blood, Route, Warrior's Valor, Sigil. Yeah. Forget it. Kadachi for 1. 2 floating, 1 in Arsenal. Probably got a Sigil at some point, so... No block. I don't want him to get a mass trigger here. I could just block this attack. Take this big, massive attack that he's got coming. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm blocking out with Alpha Blood here. And I'm going to route next turn. Block 3. Sigil gain 2. So he definitely bluffed me out. But that's okay. Pretty good bluff. Well, we'll see what he wants to do here. We'll pitch for 3, swing for 5. I mean, I can go up to 8 and return a card from his hand, so I would if I was him, I would block with breaking scales for 1 and then a card from like a defense reaction from Arsenal. I mean, he's just not going to be able to live throughout this. You definitely need to block with something else to live here. At least 3 cards. Block 6. Route. Torn of Tempo's going back to your hand. 5 plus 3 is 8. You need a defense reaction here. Yeah, he's got one. Plus 3, so 6 to my 8. So take 2. And I just arsenal that all day long. I think I'm definitely in in a good place right now. He's at 1 again, and I can just shunt him. This is what I was talking about earlier. If I pick up shunt right here, which I didn't, but if I pick up shunt, he's dead, you know? And that's why the 2 blue shunts are just in the deck, because if I get Ira down to this point, I'm 100% just shunting. Or he's just scared of the shunt and won't attack with it, you know? I mean, it's really ballsy to want to even block here, want to even attack with the Kadachi. I'm literally going to take all 3 attacks because I think I can just win next turn. Yeah, I knew Dorinthea was coming. It'll give him go again. He'll be able to draw a card. But like, all I have to do is just not die. So I think I'm fine. No block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just misses his. He completely misses his trigger here. Mass trigger, bro. Yeah. You gotta go again. Yeah, I mean. So he's swinging for 1. No block. I have a red overpower, so I'm just gonna swing everything at him here. I have a sigil and arsenal, so I'm just really not worried about it. Alright. Hit and run doesn't do anything. Glint lets me get the go again and draw and replace a card. So I'm pitching a blue, swinging Dawnblade for 5 with 2 floating. Sigil. Sigil, baby. For all he knows, it's definitely a reaction. Blocks for 2, blocks for 5. 5. Definitely playing Glint here. Glint. Draw a card. Steelblade Supremacy for next swing. Could bait out the defense reaction with Iron Song response and still have resources to get over with overpower. So I'm at 5. That would be 6, and that would be 12 total. It's kind of a gamble. Yeah, I play Iron Song response there. +1. Baits out the defense reaction. Once he plays the defense reaction, I'll pound him with overpower for 6. So I mean, he could definitely have the hand to stop this, but I think I literally just strip his whole hand if that's okay. Flick flack for 2. So he's got to have a red flick flack to live and stop this attack. So let's hope he doesn't. Red overpower for 3. +6. So I'm at 5, 6. He's at 7. So right now I'm getting over for 5. I think I just win. I'm at 13. Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 6, 7. 12, 2. 7's 5. Yeah. I mean, to live. He could sigil. Well, that's game then. Good game. GG's, brother. I really like this warrior deck. I mean, I think it's good. There's probably some things that I got to tune up with it. But I've been waiting to play this this matchup. Just got to play some more. I mean, Ira is just way too overpowered, and I don't know if this warrior build is, ideal for the Ira matchup, but it seems like it did okay. So just need to get some more playing with some more Ira, I think, and just really see how I can sculpt the hands and turns around to beat him. I think you really want to just go really aggro against it and try to really draw into those dauntlesses, because that's what starts stripping the cards away from Ira. Thanks, Tiny Grimes. Hey, check out Tiny Grimes on YouTube. I think he's got some YouTube content. Nice guy. Just met him on Discord here. So go check him out. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm just hanging out. It's getting kind of late, so I'm probably taking off here. Thanks for checking out the stream.